So it's no surprise mining profitability has been in the gutter for the last month or so, with my 3080 earning about $5 to $8 a day. At that point, you kind of have to look at yourself in the mirror and ask, is it really even worth mining, or should I just be gaming with this bad boy? But I'm going to talk a little bit about the history of why mining profitability has been in the gutter, and if it's going to unrail itself over the next couple weeks or months. Spoiler alert, it is. Profitability is about to go right back up. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. We're going to get into this bad boy. Let's get it. Alrighty boys, share my screen. I have a couple of tabs pulled up here. So first of all, this is the profitability calculator on NiceHash. I'm sure you guys have seen this before, whether you're using the legacy miner or the NiceHash quick miner. This is what you're going to use to determine your profitability before you even install the program on your PC. So this is the 3080. This is what I have with an undervolt and overclock on the memory. And this is with a 3090 over here. So this is a $700 graphics card, which is only netting you about $6 a day after your electrical costs if you are paying 0.1 kilowatt hours, which is pretty much not the standard, but it's very common in North America. And then over here, a $1,500 graphics card, only earning about $7.38 a day after electrical costs. That's under $300 profits per month, which at that point, it would take forever to get an ROI or return on your investment for buying that graphics card, especially if you bought that bad boy just to mine. But a lot of people, like myself, probably didn't. They bought it to 4K video edit, to game with, and then they just passively earn income mining when they're not using their PC. So for those people, it's incredibly frustrating because you don't have any ASICs or application-specific integrated circuits. You don't have a massive mining farm with several GPUs that you scalped with bots and scripts. You probably just have one good graphics card, maybe a 3080, maybe a 3090, which, by the way, we are going to cover. Nvidia is now nerfing any new 3080s and 3070s, as well as the 3060 Ti, which has already been hash rate nerfed since launch, since the get-go. But anyway, that profitability there is not great. However, it is going up, like literally by the hour. I keep checking this, and it fluctuates a little bit, obviously, because you have to keep in mind, your profitability is going to fluctuate pretty much hourly based on two things. Now, it shouldn't be your hash rate or anything. That should be solid, set in stone, unless you're having temperature issues with your VRAM or anything. Your hash rate should stay pretty much consistent. I stay between 99 and 101 hash rate on my 3080. So we'll just say 100. That's my hash rate. What does fluctuate your profitability would be, one, what you are mining, which right now most likely is going to be Ethereum on the Dagger Hashimoto algorithm. Something to keep in mind. Late 21 into mid 22 is when the merger between Ethereum 1.0 and 2.0 is going to happen, meaning we are going to have to target a different coin to mine, because basically the biggest substantial takeaway from Ethereum 2.0 merger is that it is now going to proof of stake rather than proof of work, meaning that mining is virtually and utterly completely useless when it comes to Ethereum, which is basically what has been the most profitable cryptocurrency to mine up until now, or as of recent. So when that does make the change, which will be right around here, we're going to have to find something else to mine. Not a big deal if you use a NiceHash miner or quick miner. It does all that work for you behind the scenes. You just hit go and it'll target the most profitable cryptocurrency for your GPU, CPU, whatever it is you're mining with, your electrical costs. It takes all the guessing work out of it, which is pretty cool. We can go ahead and close that one now. So like I mentioned, Nvidia is nerfing all new 3080s and 3070 cards. Now, I don't fully understand how they're doing this. Now, if it's some kind of a software firmware block, there's going to be some kind of a patch or script you can run to surpass that or get around that. Now, if it's some kind of actual new component soldered on the GPU, then I guess that would be a little bit more fail-safe on Nvidia's part. But all the 3060 Ti's that have been released since launch have been hash rate locked. But now all the new 3070s and 3080s are going to have an LHR, or limited hash rate identifier, on the serial number, and probably a little external etching on the card somewhere, so you can tell, okay, well, if I plan on mining with it, get a legacy card, which, by the way, the price of those is going to go through the damn roof on eBay and Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that. But you don't want to get the LHR model if you do plan on mining with it. But this is kind of just a tactical scumbag, sleazeball, damn near scammy move by Nvidia. The whole reason they're doing this is not actually to make it easier for gamers to get their hands on these cards by getting them out of the hands of dedicated miners that literally only want to throw 30 of these cards in a rack and mine with, but It's to make more money for Nvidia because they now offer a special separate card called the CMP processor for Ethereum miners instead. These cards include the best performance for mining efficiency, but they won't handle graphics at all. So of course, Nvidia now has a card specifically for mining. Sucks a fat bag of dicks for gaming, but great for mining. That is literally just a cash grab from Nvidia. We're gonna go ahead and close that tab. Over here, over the last 24 hours, there's a lot of green here, guys. If you see, green means go, red means you're dead, or your portfolio's dead, more likely. Bitcoin's up 7%, Ethereum's up 6%, Ethereum 2.0, 6.7%. The cryptocurrency market as a whole, as an entire sector, is in the green right now, which is really good. You kind of have to keep in mind, Bitcoin just broke 40K again, like very, very, very recently. Here's the best way for me to describe this. Bitcoin is kind of like the S&P 500 or Standard & Poor's 500 when it comes to the stock market. All the other stocks basically kind of generally move in conjunction with Bitcoin, just like they do with the S&P 500. So BTC, the original Bitcoin, the first ever cryptocurrency, 2008. When Bitcoin's in the red, pretty much everything else takes a dive. So when Elon said, well, I don't trust Bitcoin, I'm not going to take it as a receivable currency to buy Teslas anymore because, well, they're not very efficient. They use coal and a bunch of other fossil fuels, which he knew getting into bed with Bitcoin before he even 3 months prior when he made the deal to invest a huge portion of his company into digital currencies with BTC and Doge. That, obviously plummeted Bitcoin. That in combination with a couple of other factors, which I have covered in previous videos, plummeted Bitcoin from around the $56,000, $57,000 mark down to about $30,000. So almost in half. We're going to do a little bit of technical or trend analysis over here. So this is in Webull over here. And as you see, BTC, well, my face is covering it, but it is currently at 40,279 and climbing. And I made a couple of little channel lines here. There's a pretty clear support line and a pretty clear resistance line here, which to me shows a little bit of sideways consolidation here, which can either be, well, if the bulls and the bears basically unsure of price movement, or much like stocks, bonds, ETFs, traditional investments and commodities, this could be a lot of hedge funds, brokerages, and, top brass companies that handle other people's money, reallocating funds in and out of Bitcoin, which causes a sideways trend line like that, consolidation. So, but as you can see, Bitcoin, as of recent here, has been holding a pretty solid support line at about $34,700. And now we're up at 40,000, and it looks as if it's continuing to rise. Obviously, this is going to fluctuate. It is incredibly volatile. All cryptocurrency is, but it does seem as if there is a big bullish run on the horizon for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as a whole. So what does that mean for mining? For you miners out there, you casual miners that might have a gaming laptop or desktop that has a 3080 in it, hopefully one of the legacy ones, not one of these new nerfed bad boys. That means profitability is going to go up because we're not in Ethereum 2.0 yet, which means Ethereum is still profitable to mine. And Bitcoin is on the rise, which means the value of all other cryptocurrencies is going to rise, not to mention BTC is what you get paid out in when you use something like NiceHash, Legacy Miner, or Quick Miner. There are other mining programs, software suites out there you can use to mine. I've been using NiceHash for like 2.5 years. It's worked out great for me. I know they were hacked in 2017. I was fully aware of that when I got into bed with them. But since then, things have been pretty solid. There's been a couple of little hiccups here and there. I do make videos each time there's any news around NiceHash, so please subscribe if you guys are interested in knowing when you might potentially get bent over and fucked by NiceHash. But facts are facts. Ethereum is still a profitable cryptocurrency to target via any algorithm, Dagger Hashimoto included. Bitcoin is on the rise, which in turn is pushing up the entire cryptocurrency sector, all currencies. And by the way, during this whole downslope with mining profitability, I pretty much haven't been mining that much. I basically been using my 3080 for video editing for the channel, and then also just, gaming with it. But I've actually made a fair amount of money this last month or so while we were in this huge bearish plummet, if you will. Why? Because I've been trading cryptocurrency. I've been day and swing trading cryptocurrency on Coinbase, which, by the way, if you guys do not have a Coinbase account, use my link in the description below. You will get, what do you guys get? You get something free. You will get $10 of free BTC deposited in your portfolio when you buy or sell your first $100 of cryptocurrency, which you probably will if you're signing up for Coinbase because, well, that's your exchange. That's where you're going to buy, sell, and trade your cryptocurrencies. So if you do not have Coinbase already, that is the platform that I trade on. I strongly recommend it. They have some of the best security, and overall the layout and user interface is very, very clean and easy to use. But during this last month or so, has been a great buying opportunity to buy all of these digital currencies at not an all-time low, because none of these really hit an all-time low, which is good. They did dip down pretty substantially, and you were able to pick these up at an extreme discount at a very, very low sale price. And then obviously when it climbs back up, when there's this market correction that we all know is going to happen, you just pocketed some fat profits. Granted, it's taxable income. Unless you hold that bad boy for over a year, then it's taxed substantially less aggressively. This was a great buying opportunity for a lot of digital currencies. And I'm not talking about some whack-ass meme coins like Doge, Shiba Inu, MILF coin, stuff like that. I'm talking about digital currencies that have a valid application, valid use, and legitimate value. All coins that have like a legitimate use of why they make sense as a currency that people would want to use. And these all drop down like 20% a pop. And if you were able to stuff your pockets with a couple of those shekels, those buffalo nickels, they're on the rise. Again, as you can see from that Coinbase layout, I saw a lot of green there. So that's a good sign. Speaking of green, I think if you're a miner, a casual GPU miner, you're going to be seeing green in the near future too, as it looks like there is a bullish rise of all Bitcoin, of all cryptocurrency, following the heels of Bitcoin, which means, well, mining's about to be a hell of a lot more profitable again. Well, that's going to do it, boys. If you enjoyed this video, liking it, not just liking it, keeping it to yourself, but sharing that you liked it by hitting the like button helps the video to get seen by more people, which in turn helps me grow this little channel from a limp, flaccid doozer to a big, thick, veiny, girthy rager, which is what we're going for around here, ladies. Subscribe for more content like this. I cover a metric shit ton of news in the gaming community and industry, as well as tutorials helping you get set up mining with your gaming PC. I'll see you boys in the next video, boys or girls. I'm not assuming your gender. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.